Are you tired of your watermelon vines just breaking your heart and dropping their female blooms and young fruits? This method almost never lets me down. As long as I do this one thing, whenever I see a female blossom pop up, I can typically count on that fruit reaching maturity. Before we continue, we're going to discuss 3 reasons as to why you're experiencing blossom drop. A, environmental conditions aren't right. B, the vine is already expending too much energy. C, lack of pollination, but this usually isn't the case for most people. Generally, this applies to those who live in harsh climates, so if you're seeing bugs, I wouldn't be concerned about that. As long as your plants have space, nutrients, and sunlight, you probably just need to prune your vines. Here you can see the end of this vine has been cut off, and you can see that I have a watermelon fruit that has successfully set. When I look at my watermelon vines, I look for female blooms with tiny little watermelons underneath them, like this one right here, and then I aim to prune the vine about 2 or 3 leaves down. This vine already had a watermelon set successfully further in the vine, so I decided to trim off this smaller fruit that you see here. Typically, I prune before a second fruit appears. I missed this particular vine though, so I'm just going to grab my shears and I'm going to cut about 3 leaves down from the established watermelon. The rest of the vine and the growing tip, including that small female flower I showed you earlier, gone. I pruned all that off. And then I just take the end of my vine and I wrap it up here on my cattle panel to provide support for the watermelon itself. Before I pruned that growing tip, the plant was focused on going outward and putting out more female blossoms. However, I want to focus on production, so I redirected the plant's energy towards the existing watermelon that had already successfully pollinated. Since there was already a watermelon hanging there, it's unlikely that the following female blossom would have successfully set on the vine. But either way, this would have been a waste of energy for the plant, and I would rather it focus on this one watermelon that's already here. Ever since I started managing my watermelon plants like this, I've had much better production out of them versus just letting them do their own thing. So if you're having issues getting your watermelons to produce, give this a try and see if you have any success. If this was helpful, like and subscribe, and don't forget to join our Facebook group for free seeds this fall and our newsletter for a free seed viability chart that you can download. Thank you all so much for visiting.